Hi, this is Brett. I was dialing you in because I had a question. There's no way. Hello? God, what a dick. Okay, so I'm actually going to go back. Obviously, like, starting a podcast. First of all, let's just get into that very quickly. 1 week out of having a podcast, is it embarrassing? Fuck yes, it is. Fuck yes, it is. It's like I'm doing something that everyone has already done before, and I feel like the window of opportunity to start a podcast in a normal manner has been passed. So imagine my dumb ass hey, just starting anything late. I feel like I'm way behind the trend, but we're gonna do things a little bit differently here. Seriously, thank you guys so much for listening. Wow. Holy shit, you guys actually like the sound of my own voice. Someone commented something, which was sweet, but definitely made me kind of start spiraling a pretty good bit. It was like, I haven't heard you talk this long ever. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. I did kind of forget about the part that I am just going to be speaking unfiltered to a camera for a pretty good bit. Scared for you guys to get to know me. Just terrified for you guys to get to know me. Okay, so yeah, there are going to be a few improvements. Some things I want to go back on episode 1 and kind of further explain. I also was scared shitless. Episode 1, it was hard to watch. I also have body dysmorphia. I found out it's just dysmorphia in general. If you think you're even a little bit funny, start a fucking solo podcast. I swear to God, you'll hate yourself. I swear to God, you will think you were the least funny motherfucker you've ever seen. So that's kind of what I'm working through. Editing has been helpful. The intro that I did for last week, I would say is probably 15 minutes. Cut it down to about 2. My, what should I refer to you guys as? I'm like friend, editor, intern, producer. Just these girls do it all. My employees, Holly and Bailey. Holly was editing it and she showed it to me and I was like, yeah, I like the intro. Yeah, I said, it looks great, but I need you to change it in a way that's unrecognizable due to just hating the way I sounded. But we're getting through it. And I'm truly sorry you guys have to hear me kind of work out the kinks and shit like that. Anyways, there are a few improvements. I am going to finish my stories. If that's okay with you guys, I do have this thing called self-awareness, but I also realize I'm speaking to no one. And and people aren't going to be reacting in real time, which that is tough. It's it feels like I'm doing stand-up, but just falling flat on my face every single time I make a joke. Which I love. But no, it has honestly been so much fun. It is something that is very tricky is kind of starting over a new platform. The best time to start a podcast, I think they say, is when your engagement is the lowest it's ever been. So that's kind of why I jumped at the opportunity. Jumped when I could, when my videos are getting about 11 views. So we're going to really have to put our back into this. But we are going to pass Call Her Daddy. Here shortly. I love you guys so much. You guys are so stupid sometimes, especially in my Instagram stories. I'm always lying. I'm never telling the truth, and you guys believe me, and it's gotten to a point where I'm I'm not going to go back and be hey, kidding. I actually had to do that with the Call Her Daddy. We didn't pass Call Her Daddy. We're not even fucking close. And if you believe me, you're so stupid. I do like to lie a pretty good bit. But also, I don't really even see it as lying. It's just, I'm telling a joke. So I obviously went to visit my friend who, this is probably, a year ago. She is in law school at Stanford, which obviously is so impressive. Could not ever even imagine even remotely getting into Stanford. But I was on campus, and I was like, you know what? What the hell? Let's go to the bookstore, and I'll get a Stanford hat and just convince everyone that I'm going to get my MBA at Stanford. So I did, and I made it realistic, and I made probably a 5 carousel posts about how I was getting into Stanford. Should I just read it? Okay, so here's the post. Ooh, pretty good engagement. Could not be the engagement I have nowadays. Kidding. Hardest secret to keep, 3 heart eye emojis. I bet y'all never guessed in a million years my next career move would be going back to school. A ton of exclamation points. But anyway, I randomly applied to Stanford Business School in January and by the grace of God got in, question mark, question mark, question mark. Y'all probably didn't even know I had a business degree, ... Anyway, I'm an academic. Why does that sound weird? That's yeah, okay, obviously I'm not an academic. You can just say words. Anyway, I'm an why does that word look Anyways, I'm an academic and a scholar. Let's get our boy back to school. Backpack emoji, book stacked emoji. I'm sure 5 years off school won't be too bad. Heart eye emoji. 305 comments, all of them being... I'm reading them. I know all these people very well. OMG, this is so epic. Wait, yay. Brett, yes, king. It's the best place on earth. This was actually from Bailey, my employee. Wait, I think I skipped a chapter. Someone said, playtime is over. Congrats. A comment I got a ton, which is like so funny because it was a blatant lie. Funny and brains. Got the humor and the brains. Well, well, not too much. So, yeah, super fucking excited about Stanford. I want to just get back into school and just keep learning and pushing myself. And yeah, we'll see. So, thanks, y'all. When I moved out to LA 6 years ago, I told every single person above the age of like 40 that the reason I was moving to LA is because I was going to get my master's at UCLA, which is just a blatant lie. But like in Iowa, randomly doesn't like land if you're like, I'm moving out to LA to be an actor. I'm getting my fucking MBA. Okay, I'm a businessman. And it was mostly like my friends' parents, like people my age would be like, yeah, I'm acting. But like I genuinely think people back home think I went to UCLA to get my MBA. And now I have a podcast. Holy shit. So there are a few more things that I need to touch base on that I spoke on last week that I'm kind of just adding some. I do know what I'm doing with this podcast. And I said multiple times, forgot I had to film the podcast. I have content. I have a whole laundry list of people I want to call, questions I want to ask. I promise there will be some fucking meat and potatoes. The first time I recorded this episode before I decided to build a set, I just was doing it in my living room. And I got I got so high because I was so scared to record a podcast. And so I did, utilize a joint. Smoked up a pretty good bit of it. Blazing high. Blazing high episode 1. It was, I couldn't even watch it back, but my friends watched it back and I kept saying there's going to be some, let's get into the meat and potatoes. Said that probably 47 times. Gonna get in the meat. This podcast is gonna have some meat and potatoes. It is. There's no getting away. Okay. Another thing I want to talk more about is humping Santa. Because I also, not only did I do the doggy dance on Santa, I had like a weird thrust stage where I was really just into thrusting, which I like don't even know like what brought on the thrusts, And if I had to pinpoint, I would guess Quagmire from Family Guy because he's always humping the air, and I maybe just like kind of made that my own. But I'm going to dial in my mom and kind of just walk through what I was like in this thrust stage, why I was humping Santa, why she didn't stop me from humping Santa, etc. I also like my mom, so fucking funny, but when she's on the spot, when she knows she's on the spot, she gets a little camera shy. But anyways, I'm going to dial in my mom. I'm not going to tell her. It's going to be non-consensual, but it's fine because it's my mom and she birthed me and it's like she has to be passionate about my projects and my work and shit. But I'm calling her, and there's a good chance she doesn't answer. Oh, but Darlene, what if she does? So, without further ado, my mom. Again, I'm going to not tell her that, like, what's going on. Do you have nothing better to do than answer my phone call after one ring? My God. Wait, you watched the podcast last week, right? That wasn't a lie?
Yeah, of course I watched it.
What do you think about the Santa humping part?
The Santa humping.
Can you can you speak on that? Because why did you let me do that?
Why?
The doggy dance, and also didn't I what was the whole thrust phase that I went through? Do you remember that?
I do.
What? How did that start, and why didn't it stop?
Wasn't it a Michael Jackson? Maybe inspired.
You thought? I kind of thought it was Quagmire from Family Guy. Do you remember him? Who was always like giggity giggity.
Oh yeah, that could be.
But what? Why? Where was I thrusting? How often was I thrusting?
Me right now, are you? I'm not being taped.
Why?
I don't want to be.
Okay,
taped.
fine. You're not being taped, but you're being recorded for your audio, if that's okay. What do you remember about me doing the doggy dance? What do you remember about me thrusting? Was it weird? Why didn't you stop me? How often was I thrusting? How long did my thrust stage last, etc.?
You thrusted for quite a while. It's hard to just tell a kid not to do something like that. How do you stop?
I mean,
how are we going to stop you? I thought it would be something that would die out. I guess we thought it was pretty funny too at the time.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. How did it stop? how did you get me out of that, or did I just kind of grow up?
Grew up out of it.
But how long do you think?
You went through a lot of stages, Brett.
What other ones?
And you were also a very stubborn child. Well, you went through the stage where you called me Tina, probably for a couple of years.
How old was I?
Where you didn't call me Mom. And I remember Grandma saying, he needs to call you Mom, not Tina.
Who gives a fuck?
Well, I just kind of felt like sometimes the bigger deal you make out of things, the more kids will do it.
Let the kids hump. Let them thrust if it's not a big deal. Pick and choose your battles. My God.
Wasn't hurting anybody. You know, you were hopefully not realizing probably all that was
getting humped
with the thrust, which ways it was, what it represented.
And I'm glad you didn't even like try to tell me to stop. I love that.
But you kind of were challenging in that you would, like the more I would tell you not to do something, the more you would do it. So
was that thrust related, or what other things would I?
Well, just other things, just in. Like how you would always sneak to get candy and cookies out of the cabinet.
I'm hungry. You didn't feed me.
I would tell you not to do that so many times, and sometimes it's just like you kind of just have to choose your battles. So
what battles did you choose? My God, it kind of sounds like you let me do anything. Could hump anything I want. Could eat anything I wanted. Could call you whatever.
The third child was the humper.
That's how it always goes.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for kind of just adding in your 2 cents. Again, kind of like weird you didn't stop me, but I'm glad you were picking and choosing your battles and shit like that, protecting your peace while I humped Santa. But
because I had Santa, I had brought Santa up sick, that picture of him, and he was sitting in the recycle bin just because I had to bring him back down to the basement. And I went to throw something in the garbage a little while ago. And Santa was like laying face down in the big garbage container.
Don't tempt me. Kidding. Sorry, that's crass. All right, love you.
Okay, love you. All right,
thank you. Bye.
Love you.
Okay. So I guess just like the consensus of that was just like, okay, like let him hump. Cool. Very cool. Wow. All right. I saw Superman this week. Okay. Why was it like the most PG movie I've ever seen in my entire life? There was a part when like the town was going to fucking shit. Millions of lives were being lost. Superman looks up at it and he said, "Good gosh." What? The town is fucking burning to the... Oh, good golly. Gosh dang it. What? Cuss. And I know I'm like, I swear like a sailor. But like that really took me out. There also was a moment which, if you haven't seen Superman, I like these moments are in every single superhero movie, and it's so fucking cliche that it just like it completely takes me out again with a good gosh. You're Superman, you can fucking cuss, like whatever. There was a moment where it was like, yeah, I am human. Yeah, I make mistakes. Yeah, and that's my favorite thing about myself. You're fucking Superman. Your favorite thing about yourself, he's like, yeah, sometimes I wake up on the wrong side of the bed. Sometimes I burn my mouth on my coffee. And yeah, I wouldn't change a damn thing. Again, you can fly through the fucking air and you're like, you know what my favorite thing about myself is? Sometimes I wake up on the wrong side of the bed. Shut up. It honestly was like, I mean, Superman, wow. You just kind of look at the guy, wow. But then good golly. Like, okay. Okay. Not my Superman. I also am so confused because, like, Batman's like, holy shit. Wow, that's a bad guy. But, like, in a hot, good way. Like, yeah, good guys can be bad. Not Superman. He's just, like, straight edge, borderline homeschooled. The only part I laughed at, which wasn't funny at all and no one else laughed, actually, I laughed at a few things that were just so, like, cringy that was just, it was a tough watch. He has a dog, Crypto, and the dog is just, like, a normal dog, but then it also can fly and is also, like, really strong. But at the very end, his Superman's cousin, Supergirl, who? I'm supposed to know this, like, 17-year-old girl who comes and is like, hey, bitch, which that's the one cuss word they use the entire time. It's like this like 17-year-old cool Supergirl comes in trying to get Crypto, her dog that Superman has been fostering while saving the fucking planet. Like, it's like bitches really ask you like for favors at the most inconvenient times. Like, oh great, I have to like the planet's going to shit and I have to watch Supergirl's dog, who's a fucking like I have like choice words on like golden doodles. Of course it's a golden doodle. Make it a golden retriever. Like, we all can get behind golden retriever. Like, golden doodles, like, I can't fucking stand. It's like, oh, we took a golden retriever and made it ugly. Which I know this is going to piss a lot of people off because, oh, they're hyperallergenic. At what fucking cost? Genuinely. Okay, if you have a golden doodle, that's fine with me. I also am, like, so grateful that my dog is, like, conventionally attractive because I don't have to even do, like, some of you guys love these, like, fucking crusty-ass 15-year-old yappers, which like truly I'm like, you fucking care about that dog. Like, I could never love something that looked like that. Like, I've tried like some of like my friends and families have dogs that are like, hi, oh, like kind of like pushing away while you're like patting. My dog's beautiful, so I don't even have to worry about the like, oh, what if I could never what if she's ugly? She's not, so I don't have to. You guys have good hearts and I don't. Anyways, Crypto is a fucking golden doodle. Pisses me off already. Has so much strength. Okay, Supergirl walks in at the end, getting her dog back. Crypto's jumping on her so hard, slamming her into the ground that the fucking like cement around her is breaking. Like, breaking the fucking, it's not even floorboards. Like, if it was floorboards, I was like, all right, I can see. Cement ground. Cement fucking ground. He's like almost like CPR style, like motions, like pushing her into the ground. She's laughing. Her head's like slamming back into the cement. Everyone's like, Crypto, hello? That dog is so fucking horribly like trained, first of all. Also, like, it was so funny. This girl's getting toppled, like banged repeatedly into the cement, and everyone's like, oh. I was crying laughing. The funniest fucking part of the whole thing. Hey, bitch. After the most PG movie I've ever seen, the one cuss word is cool girl, super cool girl comes in to get her rescue. Hey, bitch, to Superman. Anyways, that's Superman. You like, honestly, like, you don't have to see it unless you're going with like your little cousin. Like, that's what it felt like. I'm a grown ass man seeing this with my grown ass friend. This ain't for us. Like, how are we still making Marvel movies? Genuinely. And if you've seen all the Marvel movies, you are weird. I'm so sorry. It's like, why are you so obsessed with that universe? Get a job. Focus on this universe. My God. Crypto. Hey, bitch. Hey, bitch. Get slammed into the fucking floorboards by her dog. Crypto, stop. I have this like illness where I can only like, I just like become obsessed with a song that I listen to it like to completion, like on repeat. And it means everything to me. And all other music I don't give a fuck about right now. I only care about Norman fucking Rockwell by Lana Del Rey and Vodka Cranberry by Conan Gray. Those are the only two songs I can listen to. Any other music is just fucking background noise at this point. I don't know why those two songs like have me by the fucking balls. And I will do anything to those songs. They don't even like, you know, when you listen to a song, it's like, holy shit, holy fucking shit, that's so me, that it's like, wow, I can relate. And it's not even that. There's something in those two songs that I cannot get over. But again, I don't know how to get out of this headspace. I also like, you know how people like are like, oh, like I deserve aux, like the people who like, oh, bitch who has a sound like a good Spotify playlist and like won't stop talking about. I'm not that person. I have like recognized with age, I don't deserve aux. My music taste is bad. I listen to the same two songs. Like I shouldn't be in charge of music or movies. Or I actually really don't have good taste in a lot of things, and that's okay. So I bought a pogo stick the other day, which like it was like partially for something for work, but like not really at all. I more so wanted to get a pogo stick. I did go through a big phase where I had a pogo sticking routine in my backyard, and it was like, I was too late for that at that time. I would say I was probably like 16 years old. I had a good fucking routine, which I was like, what did I think? Like I would like practice, I would train for who? Like, what did I like? I think I was gonna go on America's Got Talent, like for doing a fucking mid-ass pogo routine. Like, I would play music too. Like, I had it down. I actually could do some tricks. Anyways, I want another pogo stick. I go to order it. My friend Bailey is ordering it, and she's like, "Okay, great. There's one that can go up to 140 pounds for $30." Well, okay. I'm actually a little bit heavier than that right now. Great, perfect. There's one for 60, up to 180 pounds. Maybe we could look into a few more options. Perfect. We found one up to 250 pounds, $300. Well, shit. Okay. Pogo sticking isn't for the big backs. And I get that. Loud and fucking clear. Got that part. So obviously I didn't spend $300 on a pogo stick that will fit my fat ass. I did do the 180. I'm looking about $1.95 right now. It also said it's made for ages 9+, a little bit older than that as well. So not only am I not really getting in the age restrictions, but also the weight restrictions too. So very excited to see my fat ass bounce on that. Yeah, and maybe I'll do another routine. So, yeah. Also, when I say routine, like, I'm not doing like fucking actually that cool of tricks. I could jump over it, which I don't know if it's impressive or not. I've never actually seen anyone else pogo stick. Now that I'm thinking about it, I only saw myself pogo sticking, and for what I saw, holy shit, I was very impressed. Again, have nothing to compare it to. I also bought one of those hobby horses the other day just to have. I do think, like, I have super fucking long legs for no reason, and I didn't have that in high school, and I tried to do track for one day, and I did hurdles. Horrible, obviously. But now I'm like, damn, can you imagine if I had these legs, like, any other time? Can you imagine if I had these legs when I was 17? So that's why I got a hobby horse. I'm just going to see what I can do with that. I also do want to have someone on the podcast who, like, does those, like, races with, like, the horse thing where they jump over shit. I'm very, very into that. And maybe I'll start competing too. I have a lot of competitions coming up with my pogo sticking and now hobby horsing as well. Pogo sticking is not a verb. Well, in the community, in the pogo sticking community, you kind of can get away with it. If you own a pogo stick that doesn't fit your weight restrictions, you can say pogo sticking. If you don't have a pogo stick, or if you fit inside of those weight restrictions, then you can't say it as a verb, if that helps. Oh, something I was thinking about. Let's talk about my body. Fine, let's talk about my fucking figure. I have a very big wingspan for absolutely no reason. I'm not doing anything to I have a swimmer's wingspan. It's 6'5". Yeah, we've measured my wingspan multiple times. 6'5" every fucking time. So y'all want to talk shit? Okay, you're talking shit to a guy who has a 6'5" wingspan that he's doing absolutely nothing with. But it does come. I actually I can reach things. I can reach things that are hard to reach. And so I'm just trying to I honestly feel like they should make a TLC show about me. Just being a regular guy with an insane wingspan that he's not using necessarily for good, but also not using for bad. Good golly. Hunger Games. So my friends are rewatching the Hunger Games right now and also reading the books, which I don't read for good reason because it's boring as hell and I can't commit to anything. But we were watching Catching Fire and Katniss was a little fucked up from the games, and she was shooting a pigeon, hit the pigeon, and then she had a vision that she actually killed a person. And then she was freaking out, and Gale, who is a good guy. He's a good guy. He's genuinely is a pretty good guy. He was comforting her, and I was like, damn, it's crazy. She's that fucked up from the Hunger Games. Okay, it's crazy. She's still fucked up from the Hunger Games that she went to a week ago where she had to kill people and was hunted for game. Grow the fuck up. My God, we're still talking about the Hunger Games. Jesus Christ. That was kind of my take. And so then I was like, damn, it's crazy. She's still fucked up from that. I don't think I'd be that fucked up from the Hunger Games. And then my friends were saying, you've been more fucked up from way less, which is also true. And I probably would be a little bit fucked up from the Hunger Games. I also I feel like the older I get, the more I realize I would be from District 1 or 2. And not because I think I am in good shape, or it's more so just a sense of entitlement. I'm fucking with you. I just don't want to have to work hard, and I feel like all the other districts it's very work oriented, but 1 and 2 and also the capital, It's like, ooh, cute clothes and shit like that. So I feel like that, again, I just don't really want to work much and would just love to dress up. Is this like bad to say? You guys are like making it seem like I just like said like the most politically incorrect thing ever. Okay, finding out in real time that Districts 1 and 2 train for the Hunger Games. I would train. And 4. 1, 2, and 4 are the career pack. Meaning what, baby? Honestly, I feel like I would volunteer as tribute if someone that I was friends with. For my crush, fuck yeah. Me going to the Hunger Games for a crush and then just getting like killed immediately. But my God, would I do anything for them? I'm trying to think if that would be good. Like, what would be? I'm trying to think of my MO in the Hunger Games. I do think I would go to the Cornucopia. Is that fucking bad to say? Like, is that bad to say? I'm not running around. Also, it's like you run away, baby, now I'm empty-handed. I actually think I would, like, rely very heavily on the care packages. So if I get sent in the Hunger Games, I want gifts. I want a lot of gifts. And I don't even need, like, food, water, ointment. I want something to entertain me. I would like an iPhone 16. I would like a data plan. MP3, sure. Music. Laptop. I could do an iPad, but I would need a pencil with it. Just for doodling and shit. I would also take a gun. I would do a gun too. I'm trying to think of what weapon I would feel like the best at using. What did I say the other day? Oh, yeah, a gun. I've never shot a gun in my entire life. Do they give guns? And care packages they might. I do think I would be kind of more like less like in it for the game, more in it for the audience engagement and viewership. The class clown. I'd be the class clown at the Hunger Games, you know, kind of making everyone laugh, trying to get some senior superlatives and shit like that. Some gifts. Oh my God, we just got a galaxy in the chat. Thank you. Kidding. I do think I again, like this is, I said episode 1, I think I could kill a bear, a shark. I wouldn't die if swimming through a dam. I do think I would win the Hunger Games. I just don't think I'm going to die or get old ever. Yeah, fuck it. Send me to the Hunger Games with gifts and a gun. Thanks. I would also be fine after. I'm on antidepressants. My Wellbutrin will have me covered. We were talking about writing music the other day, which like none of my friends have actually like really written music, but I did write a song as a kid. I know. Damn, what can't he do? And it was probably when I was like 11 years old and I was falling asleep, and it kind of came to me. It kind of came to me, and that's how my best ideas do. They just come to me, and I was like, holy shit, I wrote a fucking song, which was just one line, but I was like, okay, once I wake up, I will kind of build on it. I will kind of build on it and make it my own. It is actually a song from High School Musical. Did not know that when I was writing it in my sleep, when I was composing. How'd I get from the top of the world to the bottom of the sea? I think it's heap. How'd I get from the top of the world to the bottom of the heap? Is that actually what it is? Not my version, baby. That's Taylor's version. Kidding. But I really, like, genuinely, I was like, okay, things are going to look different. Like, wow, I have a gift. It is from High School Musical. I think it's we got to work. I'm not going to sing on episode 2. I'm actually going to play you guys the beginning. Again, 90 set, real fucking laptop. Okay, so this is a little something that I wrote that I sold the rights to High School Musical. The High School Musical cast work this out from High School Musical. Yeah, me and Kenny, it was really cool being on set with Kenny because it's like we really like, I don't know, we just like work well together. Like he obviously does the choreography. I do the writing. But yeah, it's cool just like to bounce off of like a creative person. And it just was a really cool opportunity. So without further ado. Now what team? What team? I didn't write this part, by the way. How did we get from the top of the world to the bottom of the heap? I don't recall you mentioning the rest is, again, I can't take credit for the rest. Just the first line, which it is heap. I like heap of what? Laundry? Oh, we get it. You guys are working this summer. Oh, in the kitchen. Heap. Shut up. Really wish they would have taken my version, but my boss is such a creep. So that is My song, again, it didn't really get the credit that it deserved. Something I was thinking about. So we're talking about past lives the other day. And then I was like, wait, what if I was like Elvis? I could have been Elvis and I just don't remember it. Like, I could have been like a huge fucking star and you guys just don't know. I might just like start telling people I'm like very, very confident that I was like a big celebrity back in the day and that was a past life. Do y'all believe in past? Comment down below if you believe in past lives, because I honestly like don't know. I like didn't really think about it, but now that I thought about it for like 15 seconds, I'm like, yeah, I've been alive before, and I was someone big. But like, how do we track that? I'm sure like they've probably tried. Someone's probably doing it right now, but I will help, similar to what I did in High School Musical 2. I just like helping where I can, and it's again a very cool opportunity and shit like that. So I'll do more research on it. Anyways, we are going to get into your guys' favorite segment. You know it. You love it. Am I in the wrong? Last week, I did something from my own personal life, which hasn't bit me in the ass yet. I'm sure it will. My God. Also, another thing I just want to add about that, I was so sweet to the girl. I was so sweet. I was so intentional. I'm such a good guy. I really try my best. But again, we didn't get caught. Hey, I mean, it is still like publicly up and anyone could listen to at any given point, including the girl that I was talking about. Hope she doesn't. If she does, I didn't lie. Like, you were like that. You did actually call me out in front of a group of people, which was pretty, and I loved it. Anyways, this week, I don't even know. I'm actually going to get it handed to me live on camera. If you guys missed episode 1, like, just fucking, like, there's 2 episodes out. Like, you really miss episode. My God, go back and listen. But we're doing this thing called Am I in the Wrong? And it's where I read people's submissions of, like, unbiased stories, takes about you and someone else. And it's, like, trying to figure out who is in the wrong. And we have a Google submission thing where you can submit your story. And also, if you want to include your number or the person you're talking about's number, and I will dial them in live on the show and tell them whoever's in the wrong. So if it's you, I will call you and I'll tell you you're in the wrong. And if it's your friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, etc., I will call them and I will just give it to them straight that they were in the wrong. So I'm kind of just doing your dirty work for you. So utilize that, please. Anyways, we are actually pulling from the very well known. Again, if you missed it in episode 1, I thought I came up with this Am I in the Wrong segment. It is actually like the biggest subreddit called Am I the Asshole, and we did source it from Am I the Asshole for this week. I would love you guys to send in yours so I don't have to keep stealing from an idea that has already been fully established that I thought was my own, similar to High School Musical 2. Work this out. Let's get into it. Am I in the wrong? Okay, am I in the wrong? My friend, in parentheses, 19F. Okay, I was like, I don't fucking code. I don't know what this is. That's a 19-year-old female girl, little girl dog. Thanks. My friend downloaded dating apps like Tinder and Hinge for the first time about a week ago. For reference, she's the type that always says she wants a boyfriend, wants to do couple things, feels lonely, single, etc. She's also, in my opinion, at least very normal and average looks-wise. If someone called me average look-wise, I would kill myself, but I'm obsessed with her. Not ugly, not super hot, just right. Wow, don't ever say that about me. My God, my God. Since then, she's been complaining to me that almost all the men there are ugly, short, and that she doesn't match with anyone hot. Felt. I asked to see which people she was calling ugly, and she showed me her likes, and it's mostly showed people perfectly in her league, as in moderately attractive guys. I told her that these guys were all in her league, and she should give some of them a chance, and she always complains about wanting to be in a relationship. She denied that she's in the same league as them and such that she's much more attractive than them. I pointed out that in her words, she doesn't match any of the guys she doesn't find attractive, so she's not in their league. Am I an asshole? Very good question. Look. This is tricky. I will actually say that because I am someone who is single. I'm a 27M who's single and looking. Kidding. I think most of my friends are single right now, and I think every single one of them would kill themselves to be in a relationship. It's also hard when it's like, baby, we're all single. We're all single. We're all trying to date. Like, I don't know what to tell you. It's also very, like, I don't know. Also, again, you called this girl mid so many times that I can not even imagine. If anyone called me mid that many times in different ways, I wouldn't be here today. So grateful that I haven't received that yet. The league thing is hard. The league thing is hard because it's like, how do you tell someone? It's like, baby, this is your league. What do you mean? My opinion. Also, you can't be like, these people are, I'm out of their league if you're not even going on dates. Baby, you don't even know what league you're in. Put yourself out there. I also just think it's really hard to like empathize with someone who complains about like being single and like hating themselves when they are single again, who if they're not willing to date. Like I hate the people who are like, oh, I hate myself. I'm going to end up alone. I'm single. We all have those thoughts every fucking day. We all want to date. We all want to date. We all want to get married for the most part. I think it could be a thing where it's like, hey, baby, like, sure, you are out of these guys' leagues, but also, like, just go on a date. Just go on a date, see how it is. Maybe you will like their personality a little bit more, and then it's like, okay, they're not that ugly in person. I mean, for the most part, every single date I've been on with someone who I'm like, I can't tell if they're attractive or not, they have been less attractive than I'd like them to be, which is a risk that you have to be willing to take. I feel like you can't complain about dating if you're not dating. Who is in the wrong here? I do think it is the friend who is complaining about dating. It is definitely a tricky thing, but also, like, I think if you are going to complain about dating and being single, like, you can't be that picky. Like, I get, like, again, we all want to be in a fucking relationship. I'm not going to, like, sit here and listen to you complain about being in a relationship if you're not even going on dates. Also, like, have I gone on bad dates? Yes. It's fine. You can go on a bad date. You will be so fucking fine. It will be 2 hours of hell, but then you will be, and then you can complain. I think if you are dating, then you can complain about dating. But if you're not dating, it's like hard for me to be like, you know what, girl? Yeah. If I'm single and you're bitching to me about being single, I don't fucking care. Go on a date. Do something about it. I'm not having luck either, bitch. We're all here. We're all actually here, and I'm being normal about it. I also just think like people who are just so obsessed with like getting married and dating are just like inherently hard to be around. Don't complain about dating unless you're going on dates. You are in the wrong. You might also be wrong about your league. Also, that is something that I don't even remotely know how to instruct you to tell your friend that she's shooting outside of her league. That's something that you have to figure out. You have to be the one to tell your friend that she's mid. I can't do that. Again, can't call anyone in for this one due to stealing it from Reddit. But if I were to call someone in, okay, let's just do a fake phone call. Hello. Oh my God, are you the really average looking girl that your friend wrote in about? Hi, so nice to meet you. How's it going? Aw, you hate being single? Aw, damn it. Well, just gonna say something here. I'm just gonna keep it short and sweet. You can't complain about dating if you're not dating, baby girl. I know it sucks, doesn't it? Yeah, what's going on? Why are you not dating? These men are too ugly. Your friend says you're in the right league. I'm kidding. But no, I think you should just try it because you are in the wrong. You are the asshole, baby. Okay, go on a date and stop complaining about being single. All right. You too. You too. You too. Yay. Okay. Oh. You're so mad. I love you. Bye. That was just kind of to show you how a call would look like. Our next guest is trying to save endangered species, which thank God someone is doing this because I'm obviously not. And I'm like, holy shit. We should all be kind of doing a little bit more, you know? We're going to be dialing in a geneticist, and I'm going to be asking them questions about endangered species if they had to let one go. I don't know how that will land with someone who, like, cares so much about animals for me to be like, hey, we got to kill one. Who you choosing? So I hope that's not, like, offensive and disrespectful to them and their craft and the industry and shit like that. Anyways, dialing in a geneticist. And we'll figure out what that means in real time. Okay, thanks.
Hello.
This isn't Emery, is it? Kidding.
Oh my God.
Hey.
How's it going?
I'm great. How are you?
Can't complain.
I'm so happy to have you on here. We have just 1,000 questions for you if you don't mind. First of all, like, can you just tell us a little bit about your job, please? My God.
Yeah, sure. So I'm a geneticist. So I work on samples of different animals, specifically animals that are endangered all over the world. I get different either cells or tissue samples, and then I bring those up in culture to create essentially cell pellets, and then extract DNA from those cell pellets, and then create genomes of these endangered animals that can then go on to be used by other researchers around the world that can then help in their conservation.
Wow. Okay. So let's just focus on genomes for 1 second.
Okay.
What exactly, obviously I know, but like some of the listeners here are so stupid. Can you just explain what a genome is for those
Oh,
of them who
for
don't know?
sure. Oh, and so kind of you to, help your listeners out. So, a
Yeah.
genome is basically all of the genetic material in an organism. So, like, I know you're super smart, you know about genetics.
Right,
So
obviously.
a genome is all of the genetics in an organism.
And then you said you take the cells. Are you like going into the animals and taking the cells, or like where are you getting those cells? I assume from the animal.
So
That's probably stupid.
yeah, so it does depend. Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're
Sometimes
good.
we have, we have researchers in Australia that will get like just a biopsy from one of the animals. Other ones we get from like zoos. They'll send us like cells. And then like some we've gotten from hunters have sent us stuff. So it's kind of like a wide range of
Oh,
options.
it's cool to see like the hunters working with us. When you say cells, are they sending that in like a Ziploc baggie, like a little sandwich bag? Is that like on a hard drive? Like how are they
Yeah,
sending that?
you'd be surprised how some people send cells. So typically they have to be put in this specific type of solution. That just
Okay.
means it's going to like make sure that the cells don't immediately die. But oftentimes they have to be sent in liquid nitrogen. So that's like really, really cold, and will make sure that essentially the cells don't degrade. And sometimes actually, yes, they are in a Ziploc bag, a little
What?
vial in a Ziploc bag in that liquid nitrogen. And then, yeah, I take those cells and go into the lab and try to grow them. So I put all this like nutrients and media onto the cells to kind of like replicate almost like a real, tissue or organism.
And then what do you do with the cells? You just like build a animal?
If only. So I'll grow them until I essentially have like a couple million cells, usually like 5 million or so, and then I'll harvest those. Take them out of cell culture into a different part of the lab, and that's when I'll do like a DNA extraction. So I take those cells and take out the DNA from all of those millions of cells.
Wait, are you working on like one animal specifically right now that's like, let's save this one? Or is it just like, you know what, let's save all of them?
Currently, I am working on the endangered tree kangaroo.
Oh, hell. What's taking them out? Like, how are they dying? I feel horrible about it, obviously. Breaks my
So
fucking
unfortunately, it's
heart.
a lot of human pressure. So they have a very, very small environment, and so a lot of human encroachment on them, and even hunting them. So unfortunately, it is all human caused.
But then the hunters also sometimes are like, you know what, we actually will help you and we'll send you some cells in a Ziploc baggie. But then
Absolutely.
also there's sometimes like the reason why we're losing these guys.
We'll either get hunters that are like they weren't hunting that specific animal, but they like saw it and was like, okay, this was clearly poaching, and then we'll send us. So yeah, so it does depend.
Can we, like, are you pissed at the hunters? Like, can we get them just to stop entirely or no?
I would love that, but a lot of them, because of because of the interesting like coats or some of the features of the animals, a lot of the hunters will sell it on the black market for money.
Are they allowed to do that legally? Also, the black market, question mark, question mark. Let's get into that in a second. But are they allowed to do this legally?
No.
Okay. Are there any animals, like you said, you want to save all of them? If there was like one where it's like, damn, okay, we have to let one go, like gun to your head, who would you choose and why?
Oh, well, one animal to let die.
I mean, when you put it like that, kidding. But yeah.
I'm gonna be kind of a buzzkill. I'm not gonna say I'm okay with any of them passing out.
You're okay with any of the animals going?
No. I mean, I said no. I'm not okay with any of
Oh,
them.
okay. All right.
Sorry.
Well, my answer is snakes if you cared. But wait,
Yeah, I do
also,
care.
like,
Do you a specific type of snake or?
is it bad to say all of them I would be okay with? Do you think like you can have an emotional connection with a snake? Have you ever personally? I personally haven't like really connected one-on-one with a snake, and I think almost having them as a pet is just like, what's the point almost.
You actually bring up a really interesting evolutionary topic, because I know you're so smart like that, King.
Yeah, I did that on purpose.
Reptiles have something called just the reptilian brain. And so it wasn't until like mammals and the such that have like this, capacity for emotion and the like. And so, not to upset the reptile lovers out there, it's just that it's a different form of brain and thinking. And so they have a more rigid set of thinking, from my understanding. I'm not like a reptile expert or anything. And so, while I think they're cool, I imagine some people absolutely get emotionally connected to their pets.
But they can't get emotionally connected back.
That's so embarrassing. I imagine that they see like, okay, this human, this thing that's coming in is bringing me food and isn't hurting me. So I think that's probably as far.
If an animal goes extinct, there's no way we can like bring it back, right? It's just unfortunately we kind of lost them and we're like mourning the loss. Or like, can we do like a thing where it's like, holy shit, now we have an animal just fully back?
Brett, you were staying with the most excellent questions.
Thank you so much. My God.
Yeah. I think so. There's actually a consortium called Colossal Biosciences, and they are working on bringing back. They're trying to work on quote unquote de-extinction. So they're working on bringing back the woolly mammoth.
There's no way.
You were completely right to be excited. Yeah, the woolly mammoth, the Tasmanian tiger, and the dodo are currently the 3 species they're working on.
The big 3, eh?
Yeah.
Wait, that's so cool. Wait, okay. Also, like, are there any people like who are doing this in a bad way where it's like they're trying to bring back species that could kill people? Or also like, I know one public health term and it's bioterrorism, and I've been like very public about knowing just what that word means. Do you know what that means? Sorry, I'll explain it to you if you don't. It's like a very complicated concept.
No, please explain it to me.
Okay, well, actually, I was just hoping you would know, so I wouldn't have to. So it's pretty much like when people start diseases to take out large quantities of people. Literally no one fact check me on that. That could be. But is anyone like making animals that it's like, oh, I'm making this to hopefully kill humanity, or do we not know that?
I don't think there are currently anyone, at least admitting publicly. All humans, I feel like there's likely to be one. So.
Damn. Can you like customize? Like if you bring back the woolly mammoth, can we change the tusk? Could we do like kind of like a short hair option? Could we do half up, half down? Like what's kind of the vibe with that? Or is it just like, oh, we're bringing them back as is?
Maybe like blunt bangs for her.
Yeah, no, I think that could be like really cute.
Yeah, so there's actually a whole market for this where people like are cloning their pets and are kind of doing like
just like at home.
Yeah, so like Barbara
like 23andMe style shit.
Cloned one of her pets.
What?
Yeah.
Someone you know personally, or is this at like at your big job?
Oh, Barbara Streisand is a famous.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear the name. I do very much know who she is. She cloned her dog.
Yeah.
What? She just had access to that? I would love to. I love my dog so much. I would love 2 of her. I probably don't have enough money to do that right now. Once this podcast goes like mega fucking viral, yeah. How much are we looking like monetarily?
Pretty expensive, but save a little cash. Because like the longer it gets, the more accessible and less expensive it'll become. So
I'll play the long game.
Give it a year or 2. We'll clone your pups.
And I'm gonna again like do different hairstyle with her. Like there are a few things I'd like to change about her, just very, very few things. Also, question about woolly mammoths. Sorry, if we bring them back, where would they go? Are we gonna do like a big complex for them, or?
I think their idea is to put them like in like Alaska and like the Yukon and things like that. But great questions where. What's the purpose of bringing them back? With climate change, is there going to be a place for them, right, in their prolonged survival, if it is even possible? So, yeah.
If you were to like do like a Emery's Ark, Noah's Ark style thing, you can choose 5 animals. I'm giving you 5, 2 by 2. Who are you bringing, and who are you leaving behind? I guess you don't have to answer who you're leaving behind. It's every other animal besides these 5.
Okay. First it's going to be my tree kangaroo because I brought her up. How would be cruel of me to leave her in the dust. Let's also do the Tasmanian devil.
Wait, is that one? That one's extinct, or that one's just living happy and healthily?
The Tasmanian devil has a lot of genetic issues. It's the only species, in my knowledge, that can actually contract tumor from like contact with another one. So like
Tumors?
for humans, right, you can't catch cancer just because you're around someone that has cancer. But with Tasmanian devils, that is the case. So
Damn. Okay, so we're keeping them despite their condition.
Yep.
The kangaroos, of course. You got 3 more.
Okay, let's do sugar gliders.
Easy.
Quokkas.
Who?
Quokkas.
Who? Sorry. Cocos?
You've probably seen a picture of them. They're called like the happiest animal on the planet.
Is it like a koala big brother, big sister program or what?
That's like a really small looking like koala, and they're always smiling and look like
Oh,
they're happy.
I have a visual now that my friend pulled up. Oh, they're really cute. And they would be like, that's good for a boat too because they're pretty like good sized.
Absolutely.
You got one more.
One more. Let's do
Barbara's dog. Kidding. We got 2 of them though.
No, let's do Brett's dogs.
Oh,
because that's a pair.
Oh my god. That's so cute. Thank you so much for doing that, by the way. We had a question about the WWF, which I'm not completely informed on, but I feel like it was something that would just like pop up on like Nickelodeon that's like, hey, donate, and like obviously like would tell my mom to like, oh, we need to save the pandas and shit like that. Was that real, or did I waste my mom's money?
Oh no, it was real. So yeah, it's all about like conservation work and things like that.
Okay.
So definitely a real thing. Well done.
Also, speaking of my mom, she did really want me to ask you about monarch butterflies. She's like really loves them. Do I have to break the news to her that we've completely fucking lost them?
Oh no, they're totally fine. Totally
Holy
great.
shit.
Really interesting genomes. Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay. Wow. Have you met a kangaroo? What is it? Sorry, a deer tree?
I haven't met a tree kangaroo. No, but
you
I really
haven't?
want to.
Do they punch or no?
Not to my knowledge, but if one decks me, I'll be certain to let you know.
I would never punch anything, anyone, doesn't matter. If a kangaroo comes at me genuinely in a way where I feel threatened and it punches me, what should I do? Because I've seen videos of people getting punched by kangaroos, and I've seen people punching back, which feels very inhumane. Like, I would never want to punch a kangaroo, but then it gets to a point where it's like, damn, am I about to punch a kangaroo?
I mean, I feel like I would just run away, but I don't know if that would necessarily work either.
Would they run after or gallop, I guess?
Yeah.
Jump? What can us little guys do to help people like you?
No, I mean, what you're doing right now is just like talking about science, talking about animals, talking about conservation, and just, keeping it in the public spotlight and letting people know like, hey, there are people that, do care and are trying to help these things. And yeah, doing this is one of the best things you can do to help.
Wow. I really am like a good person if you think about it. So if someone doesn't have like a mega viral podcast like I do, like how could they help? Like if someone didn't have, again, just a massive fucking platform and podcast like me that's wildly successful and more successful than Call Her Daddy, what would you say they can do?
Yeah, for all the little people,
like tiny little,
big influencers like you, keeping belief in science. I know that there's been a lot of not great things going around about scientists, but yeah, trusting scientists and knowing that we don't really have a secret agenda. Scientists really do just want to help people learn and to get to the brink of human knowledge. And not knowing things can be scary, but ignorance isn't really something I think to revel in. And so, yeah, just don't let scientists make you feel stupid. Science can be scary, but, it's something everyone can do.
Wow. I mean, like, obviously I know like a fuck ton about science, but I'm sure that's like really good to hear for people who are like less educated and shit like that. And again, with much smaller platforms too. So, well, wow. Thank you so much for taking this call. I genuinely did learn so much. I'm rooting for your kangaroos like nobody's fucking business. Well, Emery, you are truly what a fucking treat. Genuinely, you are so smart. Thank you for everything you're doing. And again, yeah, we will try to do better. We will have conversations, and my God, we're going to save this planet. If it's the last thing we do, I feel good about it.
All right. Thanks so much.
Okay, bye. Love you. Wow, just wow. I feel like I have a lot to process. Again, like, I don't know what y'all are going to do to help because you don't have millions and millions of views on your podcast, but I do feel like we need to be doing more. And I wish I could help with the kangaroos because they just have like a big heart for the kangaroos community. And I also, like, should I have asked if I could punch a kangaroo? I don't know. It is like crazy, like dedicating your entire life and your career to saving an animal that you've never met before in person. Like, baby, you might not fuck with them. You're like, again, dedicating your entire career to something you've never met. That's why I just dedicate my entire career to me, because I know me. So that was actually really sweet that they said that they're taking Rita as their +5. Like, fuck. They're actually real for that. Oh, Rita and a little Tasmanian devil. Oh, Rita and a tree kangaroo. Oh, Rita in a tree kangaroo pouch. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. Holy shit. It's also crazy, the hunter situation. It's like, oh, okay, yeah. Well, like, they will be like hunting other animals, but then like in the process, they will see an animal, a different animal, and then they actually will like collect their cells. What? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. It's just like, I'm going to murder one of these animals, but if I run into another one, I'll help. Fuck it. Like, let's save them. But I am going to kill the ones I want to kill. Okay. Something I did want to say is that I think is so fucking funny is like college sports. And college sports are huge in Iowa. And something that I was thinking about is it's so funny to me is, you know, when like the 90-pound kicker would like kick the game-winning field goal, which is like, again, it could not be like a smaller white gentleman than the kicker. Like, it's like everyone's like beefy as hell. And then it's like, again, it's like you can just point the kicker out from like a mile away because it's like, who is this little twink? I'm obsessed with him though. And I always fucking loved it when the little twink, when that little guy would kick like the game winning field goal and everyone would like freak out. And then it would be like, again, just this like 5'7", 40-pound white guy who like everyone's throwing on their shoulders and they've never had this much attention in their life. And I was like, we need to get him laid. Everyone's like, okay, someone needs to suck his dick tonight. And I get it. It's just this like pretty like nerdy, skinny white guy. And it's like, okay, someone's getting head tonight. Someone's got to take one for the team and fuck the kicker tonight because my God. But I just think that shit's so funny. Also, just like Barstool Sports in general, like that whole thing. Like, tell me why we made like the most aggressive banners to like put in front of our frat houses. It would be like, if you don't bleed black and gold, take your bitch ass home. Or it would be like I went to University of Iowa and our rivals was Iowa State, and it would be like, the Cyclones don't come. Like, it would just be like the most insane things. It's like, some of these are just like, what do you mean we were 18-year-olds like writing this shit with spray paint? This one says, Ann Arbor let me eat her ass. Like, we had no business doing this. We're like, oh my God, maybe we can get on ESPN with that. Like, what the fuck? Central Florida basement boys say Florida by Fitty. You guys are so fucking funny. I also think it's just like so funny because it's like the dumbest fucking 18-year-old frat guys, you know, like coming up with this. Like, they've putting their fucking marketing degrees to the test. Tits out for Harambe, like, my God, you guys have a gift. You guys are so fucking smart. Attention, Ole Miss girls, no grazing on the quad. I think that's like calling them cows. And you can just say anything. You could really just say anything at like a college game day experience and you would be so fine. Anyways, thank you guys so much for listening. I do feel like I'm finding my footing a little bit more than I was episode 1. I'm feeling more comfortable behind the camera. I'm just getting engaged. I also got this mic stand because last time I was just kind of flailing that shit around. You could barely hear me, and it was actually making the audio like pretty hard to listen to. Make sure that you are going to our Instagram. You are liking. You are going to our YouTube. You are liking, subscribing, commenting, Apple Music, Spotify. Also, someone's like, is this on Amazon Music? Bitch, what the hell is Amazon Music? But if you guys want it to be on Amazon Music, fuck it. We'll do Amazon Music too. I don't care. But remember, we have the Google form in the Instagram bio, so you can submit for Am I in the Wrong? You can submit yourself for the phone calls. It's episode 2. How the fuck do we not have a name for people who listen to this podcast? Dialers, is that fine? Toners was an option that Holly gave, which I'm like, toners? Who are toners? Who? Who? I'm having a fucking blast doing this, genuinely. Also, something I will say, this studio is in my garage. My friends like actually thought I like rented a studio. No, baby, I built this in my garage. You flew here, I grew here. We are not the same. But truly, thank you guys so much. It has been so fun. Also, like, I have seen all these people from my past lives follow the Instagram for the podcast, comment shit. That actually like means so fucking much to me that I don't even like really know how to put it into words. Like y'all never needed to support me or continue to support me, even like after I may have unfollowed you on Instagram, which I feel horrible about. So truly, thank you so much for all the love and support and all the people who are coming out of the woodworks. I love you so much, and I'm scared that you are still listening to my voice. Anyways, love you guys. You are so great. Have a good weekend. If you guys want to see something specific, comment it. I love you. God bless. Hey.